Good afternoon, everyone. I hope everyone can hear me. If you're online, can you say I in the comment section? Just say hi, say hello, hello, hello. Welcome to this month's town hall meeting. Yeah, our town hall meeting, and this one promises to be exciting. Because today we are going to be looking at how we are going to maximize social media itself. I prefer calling it how to maximize social media because social media is such a big space that can be maximized for a whole lot of things. A lot of things. Talk about your personal brand, talk about business, talk about what you do, probably your career. I mean, a whole lot of things that we can actually use social media for. So we would be going straight into this session. Um, please, if you're online, all right. Hello, hello, Akwalua, welcome. I believe every other person is here. Thank you for joining. Please, if you're online, please just say hello in the chat box. Say hello in the chat box. Just say hello, your name. You can mention your name and where you are chatting from or where you are joining in from. I know our Kenya students. Yeah, I'm very sure you guys are online right now. Please feel free to use the chat box to mention your name. Hello, Praise. How are you doing? Hello, Dale. I feel like this is Jumoke. Lao Mioko. I feel like that's Jumoke. Hi, Praise. Hi, Jumoke. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining in today. Thank you. So we'll be going right into the session so that it's weekend. Yeah, Jumoke from Nigeria. Thank you. I know it's weekend and you probably have one Owambe or you probably have something to do, but I can tell you that this 1 hour you are using here today is going to be one of the most amazing moments. Um, one of the most amazing moments. One of the most amazing moments. You would thank God that you didn't go for that one, or maybe you will go later. Anyone that works, right? Yeah. So please, welcome. Thank you so much. So, we are going right into it. Our guest is already with us, and we don't want to waste our guest time as well. Yeah, so please, as you are joining in, just mention your name in the chat box, where you are joining from. Thank you, Shakira from Nigeria. Those are my, if I'm right, Shakira, UI UX, right? I'm seeing my cyber security people yet. So welcome everyone. It's amazing to see all of you. Cyber security, UI UX. Where are my data analysts? Where are my data analysts? People are still performing data, data analysis like I used to say. All right. Oh, I think Shakira is data analyst or UI UX. All right. Welcome, welcome. It's so amazing to see each and every one of you. All right. So let's start. I would be introducing our guest speaker. Please, I really hope and I'm able to pronounce your name very well. But I think I'll just give you the short name while I introduce, and I'm sure you would let me know if I probably get it wrong or I got it right. Thank you. All right, let me just add the stage. All right, our guest speaker today is Kosi Ochuko. So let me just say, her name is Kosi Chidoze. She is a
No
social
problem,
media
Coco.
who is deeply committed to leveraging social media to drive meaningful causes with extensive experience with private brands, non-profit organizations, both home and abroad, and various non-profit organizations. She excels in managing and preparing social media strategies that achieve set goals on time Our expertise includes utilizing social media marketing tools, advising on critical issues, and making strategic decisions to optimize performance across various media platforms. Our commitment to our work and our ability to adapt and innovate makes her a valuable asset to any team aiming to make a positive impact through social media. With a clapping ovation, and if you are where you are, you can stand, and a clapping and a standing ovation. Clapping and I'm not saying you people should clap. Oh, she's not going to talk until you clap. So show me the clapping emoji in the comment section. Clapping emoji, clapping emoji, clapping emoji, clapping emoji, clapping emoji. I'm not seeing anybody clapping. Please let's use the clapping emoji in the comment section as we welcome our guest speaker, Kosi Chidozie. I really, please make sure you correct me. I really want to know the pronunciation of your name. Thank you. You're welcome, Kosi. If people are not clapping, thank you. Now you are talking. So, Kosi, now you can talk. They are ready. They are clapping now. You can talk. Welcome.
Hello, good morning. Sorry, it's afternoon. Good afternoon, everybody. Um, so my name is Kosi Sochuku, but you can call me Coco since Kosi Sochuku might be a bit of a tongue twister for you.
Thank you.
Okay. So I don't want to take up too much of everybody's time. I'm here to talk on the topic how to use social media to build a personal brand and to get opportunities from that. So, first off, I would like to say that I think building a personal brand is very important because it helps you to have this real human connection with your audience, your clients, and it just I think it for me personally in my experience, I think it has made it easier for me to get more gigs, more clients, meet new people in the process. So basically, I'm just going to run through a few pointers, like what is a personal brand? So the personal brand is just mainly building, like using marketing to showcase yourself and what you do as an individual, or like as a group of people or a business entity. And it just shows you with a personal brand, you show people this is what I can do, this is the experience I have, and it allows you to also have your own personality. So say you're a kind of quirky person, you can have that as your personal brand. So it's not just one kind of brand tone or any of that thing. You can change, you can do whatever you want with your personal brand. You can diversify with your personal brand. And I think it's very important to have a personal brand because it allows you to reach a larger um, audience because you have this relatability when it comes to building a personal brand because you're talking from the place of, say, I started out as a social media manager. I didn't know all of these things. These are my pitfalls, all of that. So it's like you're building in public and people are resonating with the things you're building. So hence they follow, maybe they sign up to your newsletter. And then from there, you've found a way to build an audience organically that didn't require you to pay for ads. And then when you're building in public, you can also have social proof. So people can see, oh, yes, I saw when she did that, or I saw when she did this. She documented the whole process from going from zero to whatever number the goal was. Then, when it comes to building a personal brand, I think one of the most important things are picking the right platforms. When I say picking the right platforms, you have to know, okay, so what kind of people do I want to reach? What social media platform are they most likely frequenting? Are they frequenting TikTok? Are they frequenting Instagram? Are they frequenting Facebook? Are they frequenting Pinterest? So you have to find out because also the kind of content you're putting out, the kind of products you want to sell, the services you want to sell. You have to find out what social media platform would help you to market that easily. So, for example, for me, I think Twitter is a very good place to build a personal brand because of the way Twitter is structured. It's like, I, what I say marketplace. So it's like an open place where anybody can just stumble across your tweet on their timeline. Unlike Instagram, where you most likely have to be following them, or maybe you go to the explore page, but the chances of you ending up in the explore page sometimes is not as certain as, okay, somebody just stumbled on your tweet, they retweeted it, and now your tweet has gone viral. So for the different platforms, you have to know, okay, for LinkedIn is more professional focused. So if you want to build a professional personal brand, LinkedIn is your go-to platform, because I don't know, everybody knows how LinkedIn is. They're always talking business, they're always talking achievements and all of that. So if that's your kind of style, LinkedIn would be the place to start. Then for Instagram, Instagram is mostly visual centric. So if you are looking to build a personal brand where you're okay with being in front of the camera, where you're okay with creating designs like graphic designs, motion designs to showcase your work, LinkedIn will be a good place to go. So for Twitter, like I said, it's just a good place to have like communication conversations with people. You could just be on your timeline and you see someone's tweet, you converse with them like from 1,000 TL away. You can just communicate with them, and then you see other people's tweets and then just communicate with them. Then for TikTok, if your audience type is Gen Z, the younger generation, then TikTok will be a good place to go. So what I usually advise is that when you're starting out, you should focus in on one or two platforms, and then master these platforms, create quality content, have consistent engagement. Because if you try to do more than one platform, you're most likely going to spread yourself too thin, and then you burn out and you not really see the results you want. And you'll be like, oh, this personal brand thing is not for me, when that is not the case. I just want to make sure everybody's hearing me. Can you hear
Yes, we
me?
can hear you, Coco. We can hear you.
Okay, awesome. Okay, so the next step is crafting a consistent brand image. So you have to pick, okay, what unique voice style do you want to communicate to your audience? What language? What perspective? So I would advise that you always be authentic with this. Don't try to say, okay, this person is doing this, I have to copy them. You can have like, what makes personal branding really stand out is your uniqueness. Like there's Alex Homozy, he has his own personal brand styling, and you know that, okay, when you see a video or a tweet by Alex Homozy, you can tell this is Alex Homozy. Then another thing you should be able to do is work on your consistency in your designs. So let's say you're making a particular, I'm not saying you should stick with something to the end. If it's not working, you're allowed to be flexible, but you have to have this, okay, style of video that people can tell that it's you, or a style of tweet or content that people can tell that this is your style of tweet and content. And if they see it anywhere on a billboard, they can tell like, oh, that's this person, and I know this style of content. Then another thing is you should always share things that are valuable, because people follow people because they relate and they find whatever they share valuable. So if the sure way to grow a personal brand is to find something that is, so for example, find an underserved market and try to like make content regarding what problems they're facing, what pain points they're facing, what desires they want to achieve, and all of that, and make your content very valuable, relatable, not selling all the time, because if you're always selling, people are like, oh, isn't there anything else you talk about? So I would also advise a mix of content. So this way, you know, okay, so videos do the best, post pictures do the best, tweets do the best, infographics do the best, and you should always monitor your analytics, because this will tell you, okay, I created this video, it got 20 saves, 20 shares. That's a sure indicator that, okay, I need to create multiple variations of this type of videos. Then you have to learn thought leadership. So you have to share unique ideas, like let's say controversial things, but I won't say controversial things, like unique ideas, ideas that people don't popularly hold. I feel like this is something in the industry that most people are very, let's say, skeptical. I don't know the word to use. I don't know why I like words right now, but like sharing ideas that are okay, they can get people talking, that can get them to share their opinion on the topic. So that kind of ideas. Then engage your audience, because if you don't talk to people, there's no way they're not going to talk. They're going to talk to you. So find people, especially when you're starting out. Find people that are in your niche. talk with them, reply their tweets or reply their comments, and not something like a fire emoji or just repeating what they said in their tweet back to them. Like something that's actually valuable that they can actually respond and you can get a conversation going. So yeah, that's another thing. Then you can participate in spaces, in discussions, in lives, just to build a personal brand and just to get yourself out there. Then the most important thing too is to optimize your profiles for search, because as much as you're building a personal brand to engage a community, you're also building a personal brand to give yourself opportunities. And if your profiles are not search optimized, when someone searches your profile, especially for keywords that in your industry, they most likely will not find you. So you have to optimize your profile. You have to include links to other of your social media platforms so they can easily go from one social media platform to another social media platform to find out who you are, what you talk about. Then the last thing is not the last thing. The the second point is leveraging the features on each platform. So this is what I'm talking about. Space, the I want to make sure I didn't drop.
Hi, Coco. We stopped hearing you after you said leveraging the features.
Okay, so leveraging LinkedIn articles, leveraging Instagram stories and reels, and just using their features to boost yourselves as assets from using the regular post. Then the next thing is building a network, because it's one thing to build a personal brand, is another thing to work with people in your space that also have the same ideologies as you, and then they can also put you in places or talk about you in rooms where that you can't be. So one way to do this is to attend virtual events like this one, um, and attend online communities. Then in your industry, there are also industry leaders, so you should follow them, engage with their tweets, engage with people with their content, and engage with people that are engaging with their content. Then the part that is the most important part is actually showcasing what you're doing, the projects you're working on, the milestones you were able to reach, so that you are building online and people can see, okay, this is their social proof of they did this, they've done this, they are currently doing this. And then share your success stories online, how you're able to take a product from point A to point B if you work in marketing, or how you're able to solve a problem in whatever industry that you're in. Then you have to monitor your presence, because if you're not checking your data, checking your analytics to let you know this is working, this is not working, you might feel frustrated that, okay, I'm not seeing any results. What am I doing wrong? And all the answers you need are most likely in your analytics, are most likely in your data, and most likely in your comment section. So you should always be monitoring that. Then you have to stay updated, because these social media platforms, there are trends that go in and out every day. So you have to make sure that you're staying updated with the trends so that you can also chime into that. Then the last thing is creating opportunities. Now, when it comes to creating opportunities online, you can reach out to people. Say there's a graphic designer in your space that you know that they most likely get a lot of inflow of gigs. You can reach out to them and say, okay, so hello, I noticed this, that. I really like your content, and I was hoping that I could work with you. It doesn't have to be paid. I could work with you and just learn from you and see how your process is, how your system is. So this way you're also building yourself and you're also gaining experience. So another way is to showcase your portfolio. So you have a portfolio of things you've done, you can showcase it, you can talk about it. Then you can also put yourself out there in such a way that when there are job openings for things, people recommend you and all of that. So it makes it very easy to see, okay, this person tagged this person. I went to their profile. I really like the work they're doing. I'll send them a DM. And I think it makes it really easier in the sense that it's not an outbound lead, but it's not really an inbound lead per se. So it's easier for you to convert them. There's not the whole trust. I can't trust that you can't do the project. I've not seen your work. They basically just need to go through your profile and see all the work you've done. And they are like, okay, I want to work with this person or I don't want to work with this person. So it's just very easy for you to get everything out there. And it also attracts clients to you because if you see a page that you like with the work they're doing and it's something you're looking to work with, you can just reach out to them and then you have a conversation whether you're a good fit or not. Aside from that, it's just very easy to say, okay, I know this person can do the work that they say they're going to do. So yes, that's mainly it. I'll just do a brief summary. The main thing you need to do is have a brand personality. So when it comes to building a brand, have a good brand personality, a good brand tone, make it very relatable to your audience.
Hi, Coco. Oh, I think our network logged her out. I think our network logged her out. All right. So while we are waiting, I really hope that we are really getting the important and the major points that she has been listening to us. So while we are waiting for her, if you have been listening, I want you to mention one or two things that she has actually said so far. You don't need to explain them, just give it like a points, just give it like a bullet points. Either one, either two. If you can mention everything, um, let's see. Please drop them in the comment section. Who knows? There might be a gift today. So let's let's respond in the comment section. We have been following either if just one or two things. Please mention in the comment section. I'm waiting. Let's wait. I will go first. She mentioned, leveraging on the features of some platforms. And so where she was using the example of Instagram, that we can, use the Insta story, um, use the reels and every features that are on each platform, either it is Instagram, either it is Twitter, that is LinkedIn, that's Facebook. There must be something. Thank you, Faith. He said creating opportunities. Yes, creating opportunities online. Yeah, creating opportunities online. That's what she was talking about, You can tell them quick. There's a graphic designer in a circle, blah blah blah, and all of those things. So thank you. Faith. I'm still waiting. It's only Elizabeth. It's only Elizabeth that listened, that had everything she said. It cannot be only Elizabeth though. We have about 10 people on this call. So I'm waiting. I don't know. Is Jumoke still here? Shakira, are you still here? Ibukun. Hi, Ibukun. Welcome. Sorry, I'm just seeing your message. Welcome. Welcome. Praise. So we're still here. Creating opportunity. Thank you, Elizabeth. I need one or two more person. Elizabeth, are you from Nigeria? We are from Nigeria, right? Just use the comments. The collaboration. Yeah. Thank you. Collaboration. Waiting for one more person to say something. All right. Thank you, Elizabeth. Thank you, Elizabeth. Please, I'm still waiting. It can't be only Elizabeth. You have like 10 people on this call. I'm expecting everybody to talk. Thank you for Lasha, your networking. Yeah, networking. Awesome. Awesome networking. Yeah. Um, networking is, trying to network the people in that do the same thing that you do. You network with their audience, network with people commenting on their stuff. Mention it is Twitter, connecting with people that repost their tweets or comment on their tweets. Awesome. Thank you for Lashayo for that. I'm still waiting. Elizabeth and Folashayo, thank you. I still have 8 more people to respond. What are those things that she mentioned? Well, we are still waiting for her. She had, for those, if you are just probably joining us, we have been talking about how to maximize social media for your personal brand and maximizing it for job opportunities that are online. So that's what we've been talking about. And our guest speaker, her name is Coco. She had network glitch, so she had to drop off the call. But I believe she's going to join us back shortly. She'll join us back shortly. So while we are waiting, we are just trying to recap the things that she has told us. So somebody mentioned creating opportunities. Another person mentioned collaboration, which is collaborating with others. Then networking. She also talked about crafting your own, creating your portfolio. Awesome. Thank you for Lasha. You're creating your portfolio. Yes, creating your own portfolio. Like the things that you have done, regardless of how it is, you don't despise. Sometimes I used to tell people, don't despise the days of little beginnings. Whatever it is that you are doing, constantly just build your portfolio with it. Let people know that, oh, you are doing this thing. You are doing this, you are doing that, right? So constantly build your portfolio. Then she also talk about crafting your own tone, more like, letting people know, like, what exactly are you trying to solve? What are you trying to solve in that area that you are? What it is that you are trying to, what are you bringing on? That they will say, what are you bringing to the table? So what is it that you're actually bringing on, that that is, what problem are you trying to solve, right? Yeah. So I believe that's another thing that she talks about. Thank you, Flashayo. um Thank you, Elizabeth, so far for your responses. I guess because she came on now, I think our network took her off again. We're so sorry about that. I believe she would be right back. She'll still join us. She came now, but I think her network. Okay. So while we are waiting, if you have questions, we can start dropping the questions in the comment section. Yes, because I believe that we should have questions. I mean, in a short while, we're going to be wrapping up the cohort, and the things you've learned is going to be you are going to be going into the world, the reality itself, where you be asked, you start submitting your CVs, or you start submitting your portfolios, and people would want to ask you to, you're going for interviews and all of that. So you want to know, I believe that you would want to ask questions on what platforms can be utilized to push out yourself better. So please start dropping your questions in the comment section. Please start dropping your questions. Yeah, regardless of how the question is, don't worry, just drop it. It will be well attended to. It will be well attended to. Thank you very much. Thank you. Please drop your questions in the comment section. Please drop your questions. By the way, Folashayo and Elizabeth, please send me a message on Slack. Just message Tech It Girls on Slack. Thank you for responding to all I've said. Please, if you add me, just say something. Just confirm in the comment in the chat box. Elizabeth and Folashayo are the winners of today's town hall meeting. Yeah, they are the winners of today's town hall meeting. Thank you. Um, please, if you have questions, please drop your questions. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for that. Thank you, Elizabeth. Thank you. Please, let's drop our questions. So you can't tell me you don't have questions. You already know the platform to use You know how to use all of them effectively. You know how to use Instagram, which is Twitter, which is LinkedIn. Yeah. So thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Yep, 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 yep. It's fine. Thank you so much. So please, guys, drop our question. Our trainer is already joining back. Oh, you need to drop your questions now. You need to drop your questions so that she will attend to them. You need to drop your questions. What are the challenges? I don't know. Maybe there's. Sorry. So I was saying I don't know if there's anybody. Probably you've been pushing yourself already on social media, and probably you've been having some, you know, probably issues or challenges with it. So it's time to also talk about those things. What are those challenges that we are having? Please, we will be taught on how to create compiling portfolio. Yeah, when the trainer comes back, we'll deal with that. But for your portfolio, that could be another thing. It could be in your track. You can ask your trainers on how to go about that, since they're in the same line with you, so they can advise. They can give you better advice um on that. Thank you, Agatha. Please, I'm still waiting for others to ask your question. Please drop your question. Agatha, I hope you got response. You got that. Take it, girls, ladies. Drop your questions. All right. Thank you. Okay, Elizabeth has a question. Says she talked about building our portfolio. My question is it proper to post what we are working on out there? Won't it be breach of contract? So, Elizabeth, I think that your question it needs to be well understood. So, are you saying that you know, maybe you are working with a company, so you want to show what the company you are working with, maybe you want to show the job you are working on their behalf. Is that what you are saying? All right. Yeah. So I get that. So the question is noted. It's going to be asked. I just really want everybody to draw their questions so now, so that as soon as Coco is back, we'll just answer it once. Welcome, Rachel. Olubade Rachel. Welcome. I feel like I know you guys by name, by your track. Agatha is definitely from UI. Um, Opera Elizabeth. If I'm correct, also, I think it's UI or cybersecurity. Olubade Rachel is cybersecurity. I'm so sure of that. Welcome, everyone. So I think our guest speaker is back. Coco, can you hear us?
Yes, I can. I'm so sorry. My internet just dropped off and I was trying to get it back on.
Yeah, thank you. We got that. Thank you. Okay, cybersecurity, thank you. All right. So when you were off, I was just asking them to do a recap of what you said, and some of them has been dropping their comment. So I don't know if you
Okay.
can wrap up on what you're saying. We already have two questions. A question on ground.
Okay. Sure. So, do you want me to recap or do you want me to start off with the questions?
Yeah, you can recap first.
Okay. So, a quick recap of everything I said was when you're building a personal brand, you have to choose the right platforms. So I advise to start with 1 to 2 platforms. Then you can as well diversify after that when you have enough data on the type of content that works. But then again, different platform, different content. But if you start off with Instagram and you're using videos and you take it to TikTok, it's most likely going to give you similar results. Then I also mentioned crafting a consistent brand image. So that's when it comes to your brand voice, the style of branding you want to use, the visuals you want to use. And then I mentioned you should create valuable content because you cannot just post anything and expect people are going to like connect with you and all of that. You have to create content that either teaches them, inspires them, or it entertains them. So you can have a mix of different content from images to tweets to videos to infographics. And then I also mentioned you should share original ideas in your industry. So this way you position yourself as a thought leader in your industry and you are most likely putting yourself in a position where people are like, oh, this person really knows what you're saying, they know what you're doing. Then another thing is you have to engage with your audience. You have to speak with them. You have to respond to the comments. If they send you DMs, you have to try and respond to them because I know sometimes it can get overwhelming, but you can try and respond to them so that you're in that way building a community of people that like what you do and want to do similar. Then optimizing your profile is important because it's one thing to put yourself out there. It's one thing to let the what I say the algorithm put you out there in the sense that when you have your profiles properly optimized, someone could just be searching for your keywords and then find you, stumble on your content, and then from there you just have a gig that you didn't do anything. You just optimize your profile and then you just kept posting stuff. So another thing is leveraging the unique features on platforms. That's the story, the reels, the articles, the Twitter space. Just leveraging it in a way that can push your personal brand out there. Then building networks. So people, knowing people, connecting with people that can help you put you in rooms where you most likely would not be in just because they know people in those rooms. So just building a good network of people for thought leaders in your industry to attending virtual events and then joining online communities either on Facebook or in LinkedIn and just participating in the conversation that they have on these platforms. Then showing off your achievements, showing off your projects that you're currently working on, showing off your portfolio, then staying up to date on the trend because if you're not learning what what way the let's say algorithm, what way the trend is moving, you most likely will get left behind. And then creating opportunities for yourself. You can collaborate with people in your space to work on different projects that can just push you out there. Then I think that was pretty much the quick rundown for what I said. So you just have to also know that you have to be patient. It takes time, it takes effort, but in the long run, if you do it and you stick with it, you are certain to see results. And then also your analytics. Data is important. Data tells you what you're doing right and what you're doing wrong. So you cannot afford to ignore your data. So that's just a quick rundown. Hello?
All right. Thank you very much, Coco. Thank you so much. So I believe everybody got that. Especially if you're just joining us, that was a recap of what we done so far. So one of the questions that we have is that when you talked about building up portfolios, is it proper to post maybe what they are working on? Maybe they are working on a complaints project, a client's project. Is it proper to post that out there? That wouldn't that be like a breach of contract or something?
So it depends on what agreements you currently have with your client or with your company. If you have an NDA, you are not going to do that because that's obviously a breach of contract. You can also reach out to your clients and speak with them and let them know that, okay, I will be posting this. Can I do that? Can I post it on my page? Can I post it to my social media channels? And if they agree, then you can do that. Otherwise, I just think it's a breach of contract. But if you don't have like a certain agreement that says, okay, you cannot post this thing online, you could just ask them for their permission. And if they say go ahead, you can go ahead. But if they say no, then you cannot post the content. So I think that's the simple answer to that.
All right, thank you very much, guys. Please, you still have questions? I'll appreciate that we drop it now. We have less than 10 minutes. The end of today's session. Elizabeth, I believe that your question has been answered. Please let us know if your question has been answered or if you need um an extensive explanation or another explanation to it. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so Coco, another question that we have is about the platforms to use. So the person wants to know like what platform are there preferred platforms, especially for career people? Are there preferred um platforms for people who are into certain career? Let's say, okay, the tech career now. Do I need to focus on one platform more than the other? So that's the idea of the question.
So I don't have a definite answer to that because I've I've only tried leveraging two platforms, which is Twitter and LinkedIn. And I feel like that's because I'm not a front of the camera person, so I would not really want to put content on Instagram that's just carousels. I want it to have a human feel, so I can't really do videos of myself. So that's why I just not use that platform. But I mostly use Twitter because it's just text, and LinkedIn too is just text. So I think it just depends on where your audience is. Again, like where your audience is, where they are mostly in audience, and would I say potential clients are or potential collaborators are. So it just depends on that. You have to do your research, find out where they are, and then you can just use that platform. So again, I would suggest 1 to 2 platforms. I usually like starting off with Twitter again because it's just text based and it helps you know how to write better, and then you can take that writing and repurpose it into short form content, into screenshots that you can post on Twitter, on Instagram, sorry. So this is these are just a few ways. So I can't really per se say, okay, LinkedIn is the best platform or Twitter is the best platform or Instagram is the best platform. You just have to know where your audience are and the type of audience you're trying to reach. So this would largely determine what social media platform you should pick.
All right. Thank you so much, Coco. We sincerely appreciate that. Thank you so much. Um, in the absence of no other question, please, I'm going to give you guys 1 more minute. If you have questions, please drop it now so that we can attend to it afterwards. So you can attend to it, please. Do you guys have any other question? Okay. I'm guessing there's no question. Thank you. All right. So
It
once
was lovely
again, we just want to
meeting
say,
everybody.
what did you say, Coco?
Oh, sorry, I interjected. I was just saying it was lovely speaking to everybody.
Yeah, thank you so much. It was lovely speaking with you too. Like, we are so grateful for your time. I mean, out of the busy schedule. So please, ladies, can we just say a big thank you to our guest speaker in the comment section? Can we just say thank you to her for her time and for the wealth of knowledge that she has brought to us this afternoon? I believe that you have gained one or two things today that is really going to help you even as you go forth to your you push forth in your career right after this board, and we're trusting that you become a better version of yourselves. Yeah, so thank you once again everyone for joining today's meeting, and we'll see you again next month. Thank you so much, Coco. Thank you, Mentor Me in
You're
Nigeria. We
welcome.
sincerely appreciate you. Thank you so much, everyone. Let's have a beautiful weekend.
You too. All right. Bye.